So now we are diving into the main subject of today, that is workplace economics. And we have a great guest presenter for that. That is Mr. Darlington Marara from Lafarge. Mr. Darlington, are you ready?
Okay. Can you see clearly my slide?
Yes, we can see it.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Maybe before I start, I can just share a brief summary of my profile. I'm sure you you saw it. Basically, I'm Darlington Marara. I'm currently at Lafarge Cement, Zimbabwe. I have 11 years experience in plant process control, operations and quality systems, having been certified in quality, and also got some trainings in process plant operations. And I'm glad I commissioned and started up one of the biggest plant. I'm sure you saw it in Zimbabwe for the tile coat. I'm currently the managing director of Namatai Music. I'm vice president of Builders Republic, which is a consortium company. Recently, I was nominated Young Peseta in Zimbabwe. Then I'm also in the thematic committee of Bamboo Zimbabwe. It's an exciting upcoming project for the nation. Then I think I'll go to my introduction. I hope you are following. Are you seeing clearly?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, thank you very much. This is a very exciting and lengthy subject, economics. I'll share just a few slides because it's a very lengthy, but I'll touch on what's important. So from the definition, ego came from a Greek word, ego, which means work. Then the nomics is for the law. So basically, we're trying to integrate the worker with the workstations. What we are saying is we have to create a good working environment for a worker, so that we avoid accidents. So from the definition, the scientific discipline concerned with the understanding of interaction among humans and other elements of a system, like what I was just alluded, that we are trying to integrate a worker with the tools. Ergonomics means fitting the job to the worker. So it includes the workstation that we have, the tools and the equipment. I'll give you an example. For myself, I work in a control room. In this way, I spend most of my time from, like, on a normal shift, I'll run like 8 to 12 hours. So you can imagine you have to have some improvements. Even the way I'm sitting even on the chair, it's very important. So why is this ergonomics important? It, according to some recent studies, there was overexertion leading to cause of injuries, and I think it contributed to 36 to 33% of injuries. You find some of the tasks may be involved in the lifting of equipment, so it becomes costly, and that can also cause some recurring pain to develop in future. Then body reaction is another leading cause of injuries. Then if you find there are 10 most common workplace injuries that are common, I think Mr. Teach managed to touch on some of them. And the most common one to do with musculoskeletal disorders, MSDS. And basically, these affect the muscles, the blood vessels, the ligaments, and tendons. So here we have some symptoms. You can get some burning, swelling, tingling, inflammation, throbbing, paralysis. And you find, according to some studies, some of these are very, very serious, because you find most employees who get this, according to the study which I go over through, they'll spend like 9 days to 2 weeks before returning to work. So I think you can agree the high impact of this. So it is everyone or every organization wanted to make sure that we eliminate this. And one thing I wanted to highlight to you, like ergonomics, it's not like fixed to just one particular area. It also depends with your workstation. So each and everyone, you can come up and develop what suits your organization, and also what suits your work environment, so that you work safely. Then also move to the risk factors associated with the MSDS. And now this is dependent upon on your workstations, positions and posters. Like I was saying, myself, I work in a control room, and most of the times I'll be checking process parameters, and I'll be sitting on the chair like 8 to 12 hours. So it depends how often your task is performed. You can have like a job where you're glued on the computer, you type 8 to 10 hours. So it's also the level of required effort and duration of the task. So it's very important. So we have examples of risk factors, like what I've alluded. Risk factors, the most common ones are exerting excessive force. I think I've alluded that in earlier on, of lifting heavy objects, people. This one, like I said, 36 to 33%. Most incidents were coming from this lifting of equipment. So we can also have performing or similar task repeatedly. I think I've talked about that. You can also working in an awkward posture or same posture for long periods, which might be prolonged for a long time. Then localized pressure into the body parts using the hand as a hammer. Then we have some instances like core temperatures, depends in combination with other risk factors. Then we have scenarios whereby there's a vibration like of the whole body and arm. Then this also can some of the risk factors. Then on these now, like what I was saying, we have to come up with ways to eliminate and control these risks. So again, it depends with the outlook of your workstation or your organizational plan, but it is our duty to make sure that we establish an economics program, training, feedback from all levels. Then we also have to conduct some hazard analysis, and also it is key to report potential muscular diseases timelessly, so that we avoid from being a major big impact. I think I told you from the research that I read, most of these these disorders, they will like cause an employee to come to work like in after 9 or 14 days, which is very serious lost time, which can also have an impact on either production plan or even on profits of an organization. So we have this hierarchy of control so that we eliminate this. So we can, it depends with an organization with some engineering controls. We can develop some workstation design setup. I think you are seeing some pictures clearly. This is just an example. I don't know if you are following. Are you following? So this is an example of a design workstation, and also to eliminate weight. And another example is for proper work practices. You can come up with proper lifting techniques, especially when you are when you're lifting heavy or bulk clothes. So yeah, okay, sorry, my network was acting up. So yeah, I was saying you can have some proper lifting techniques of lifting movements. Then also you can devise ways of increase rest breaks is another hierarchy control measure. Then you can have another hierarchy of control is on personal PPE, on personal protective clothing. You can have some gripping gloves, some knee pads, some vibration gloves, thermal gloves, lifting straps, shoulder harness, lifting brace is another hierarchy of control. On that's on personal protective equipment. Then physical ergonomic hazards and solutions. As you can see, reaching above the head shoulders, working with hands above hand for more than 2 hours per day, working with elbows above shoulders for more than 2 hours per day. So it depends with the where you are working, and we have to be like mindful. And if we have some ways to eliminate, we eliminate. So like in this picture, the solutions now will be to keep items within close reach so that you don't stretch your muscles. Then you have to elevate your work areas. Then you also utilize equipment to raise and lower items or more items closer to worker. Then another physical hazards and solutions, as you can see from this slide, we have awkward body postures hazards, working with neck or back bend forward more than 30 degrees for more than 2 hours per day. Hey, this is too much. Squatting for more than 2 hours per day, kneeling for more than 2 hours per day. As you can see, again, here also give an example, like you are seeing, you may be involved in office work, maybe you may be been typing. So it's always ideal to make sure that where you are sitting, you sit properly. So according to this, the solutions now is to maybe raise or tilt the work for better places. You can use a tool for ground level work, use tools with longer handles, use alternate between bending, kneeling, sitting, and squatting. So like I said, it's not really confined. It depends with your workstation that you have. Then you develop what really suits you. Right. Next slide, still on physical ergonomic hazards and solutions. We have an example again, awkward grips is hazard, gripping 10 or more pounds or force for 2 more hours per day, which is very, very heavy. Then pinching 2 or more pounds of weight or 4 more pounds of force for 2 or more hours per day is another example. Then the solution we have here is to have to design maybe a work layout which use this hand carrying so that you avoid carrying a lot of weight. You can also use design tools or aids or reduce amount of items carried at one time, so that you minimize on load. Then we move again to another physical ergonomic hazards and solutions. Like as you can see here, this is a repetitive motion. You may be doing the same task for a daily, depends with your nature of your job. And some you may do like more than 2 hours, either with the hand, maybe you'll be typing. And others you can spend like more than 8 hours or more typing. So the solution here is to arrange work to avoid unnecessary motion. Then you also maybe need to take some stretch pauses, yeah, so that you are flexible. Then you can, if it's possible, you rotate tasks with co-workers, if it's possible. But now it depends with the nature of your job. I'll give an example. For myself, my shift, I run like an 8 to 12 hour shift. So the only relief will come the next 12 hours or 8 hours. So you can imagine if my tools are not really properly laid out, or if I have not devised some proper ways to be comfortable, you can imagine the impact that I will experience. But I'm glad so far. So far from my side, I'm happy. We have put some measures to counter that. Then we move again to physical hazards and solutions. Yeah, as an example, as you can see here, there's a localized hazard pressing the body butt against hard or sharp edges, or you can stand or kneel for prolonged periods on hard surface for a long time, which can have an impact on your health. You can use tools with hand surfaces or short handles. You can use hands or knees or a hammer for more than 10 times in an hour, which is more than 2 times per day. So this can be germinated to a long time on the lifting aspect. So the solutions here is you use tools with longer handles, use tools with padded grips, pad table or use table desktop with rounded edges, or use rest, anti-fatigue mats, knee pads, shoe inserts, or other. Again, it depends now. It's this just an an example or insight on physical ergonomic hazards and solutions. Like I said earlier on, you can develop your workstation so that you eliminate. Another example of physical ergonomic hazards and solutions, like I said, lifting contributed most impact on the health of a worker or an employee. So you can lift more than 25 kg maybe per day. Besides lifting, you can do some other heavy task frequently. So this need to be eliminated and avoided. So the solution here is you have minimum safe distances. You have to have loads. Then safe lifting equipment. Then also reduce frequency of lifting and duration of lifting tasks. We'll now move on another. As you can see here, you have to keep the load close to your body. Lift just can be effective only if loads are small, lightweight, and can easily fit between the knees. So it depends with the scenarios. Here we are seeing there's some vibration. Yeah, and the vibration either may be moderate, 30 minutes per day, or maybe high, become like prolonged here. Against this, I think on this, the best thing is to have some proper PPE and also to have some adequate rest. You also use some low vibration tools and that may reduce vibration. Two balances, extension handles, vibration isolators, damping techniques is another example. Then 5 key points to remember, right? Ergonomics can help you on your job. Work muscular disease can happen in jobs with risk factors. Risk factors can be reduced and prevented. Reporting signs and symptoms in early is important. You can help your company put ergonomic changes into your so that you come up with a best way to eliminate. And like I've said, some of these muscular diseases in the long term, they've got a very big impact, which can make you to be off duty for a longer time. And this is a very big impact on the cost. This is where I end my session. I hope you learn one or two things and other information regarding this. I to shorten this so that we dwell on what is important. I think I'm done. Thank you very much, Tim.
Thank you, Mr. Marara, for that insightful presentation. Workplace economics is a very important subject, and usually economic hazards are overlooked in our workplaces because of their effect is mainly manifesting in the long run. So people tend to not to address these issues, but it's something that is very important that we need to address in our workplaces. Thank you for that, Mr. Marara. So I'm opening up this opportunity to the floor for any comments about the subject or any contributions about the topic about this topic. There's a question from Van. She's saying, I have a question. Now that we are working from home, should companies provide ergonomic items? That is a question from Fanny. For example, office chairs, office desks that can eliminate economic hazards. And then one would like to say now that we are working from home because of COVID-19. It has brought up some changes. Most people are now teleworking, so she's asking, should the company provide economic items?
Okay, maybe I can take the first one. I think we can also even contribute on. So I think it's not depends with the organizational commitment, but I think I have one or two big organizations which I know, including ours, which are now supporting the workers with the tools and resources to work home. So it also depends with the commitment. Then also, I think maybe where there is a scenario, maybe there are no resources. I think you working, you can maybe devise a way how best you can work when you are at home, because otherwise you can, the company may take time to provide resources. So it will be still up to you to come up with a very comfortable and workstation too at home. But slowly I'm seeing some big organizations are embracing that. I'll also give an example of our organization, Lafarge. Yeah.
Thank you for that, Mr. Marara. He's saying you should help the company help you. That is, if your company doesn't know your issues, you have to take it up with them and tell them that I'm facing this certain issues at my home, where I'm working. I'm not feeling comfortable. Can you assist? And he's saying most companies are assisting their workers to ensure that they are safe, they are protected from these economic hazards, which is a good thing. So I guess everyone should take note of that now. If you are working from home, you should ensure that your company is helping you if you can work comfortable. I guess my opinion has been answered. Okay. Then is there another one? Yes, my okay, I guess that was a mistake. And I also have a question of my own, if anyone could answer me. There has been a movement on equal rights, saying women should be equal to men. But now, considering economics, should women really partake in those labor-intensive or activities or tasks considering economics? If anyone can help me on that one. Speaking of equal rights, there's been a movement that is for many years saying women should be equal to men, should do everything that men can do. But now, considering economics, should women really partake in those labor-intensive jobs or labor-intensive activities that men can do? That is my question. There's been a movement for so many years about equal rights, saying men should be equal to women should partake in every activity that men can do, whatever men can do. Now, considering economics and how their effect manifests in the long run, should women really partake in some of the labor-intensive tasks or activities that are men? That was my question. If anyone would help me on that.
Okay, if I could answer from a general perspective, I would say women should continue working those jobs and we improve on the economics, because the goal at the end of the day is to increase productivity and have happy employees, safe and healthy employees. So my take would be they can continue working, but we need to continuously seek and find ways on how best that work can actually be done productively.
Thank you for that, Maranga. So you're saying, yeah, they should continue, but you should improve in terms of ergonomics to ensure they are comfortable and ensure that there are certain of others that they will expose them to will not affect them in the long run. Thank you for that. I answered on that one. Is there anyone who would like to say something on it, or who had any questions? Yes, Lovo, you can come up.
I wanted just to on what teacher has asked, just to share a little what experience, especially my personal experience as a woman working in a certain vessel that was so, should I say, so big, so heavy that I could not leave. Because the environment was men dominated, I was the only woman. Everybody would tease me to say, how are you going to be able to lift that, we call it a peak. But because of the awareness that I had in terms of the ergonomics, I realized that because they were men, they were using their hands, I don't know, because of ignorance or what. But when I checked the regulations, they were saying, no, you can't send like your hands. There was a certain machine, like a forklift of some sort, that we needed to use. So I went to the manager and said, according to the rules, it says we must have that equipment so that I can be able to lift the peak. And he started by saying everybody was doing it without that equipment, and things were just going well. And I said, no, but according to the policies here, the procedures here, you need to get me that equipment so that I can be able to work effectively. So I would say, as women in those industries, let us be aware of those procedures and the regulations so that we make our work easy. Because we love those jobs, we love to be in those industries, even though there are some disadvantages and barriers. Thank you.
Thank you, Lovely, for that contribution. She was sharing her experience with us, and she was supporting the point Ranga highlighted that we should ensure they should partake in those activities. But as companies, we should ensure that we improve the ergonomics of activities so that they are not affected or they are not exposed to any risks. Thank you for that. Anyone who would like to add something or say something? Now, there's something that I wanted to highlight, but will come as a question. They purchase equipment, for example, office chairs. They just consult the store department or whatever department that is responsible for the common supply.
here say that their companies ever consulted the sheet department about any equipment, for example, office chairs, office chairs, to get their take on whichever product that the company would want to purchase, to see if it's economical fit for the employees. I guess yeah, so it's something that we need to consider in our companies whenever we are purchasing these equipment. In fact, it is highlighted in the ISO 45000 clause 8, where it talks about clause 8, where it talks about procurement. It says that every organization should establish and implement and maintain a process to control and procure the procurement of products and services in order to ensure that they confirm with its safety health and a management system. So whenever the stores department is about to purchase equipment that is used by people or that interacts with people, I guess it is a good practice to consult the sheet department and the relevant stakeholders to get their take on the certain equipment that they want to purchase as a way of controlling these economic hazards. Is there anyone who would like to say something? Okay, let me check.
I see Miss Ndlovu's hand is up.
Yeah, Miss Ndlovu, I guess she didn't lower it the first time. Let me check the chat session if there is anything. Okay.
Yes, so Tish, I support what Gillian is saying, that at least when people are empowered with the information, they can make, but employers should also make efforts to actually provide for their employees to work safely from home. Thank you, Gillian, for the contribution.
Yeah, thank you, Gillian, for that. She also said the first option is to encourage employees. So the training education is a very important aspect of any management in our companies. People need to be knowledgeable about these things. People need to know these things so that they can act accordingly to safeguard their well-being also. You may preach about safety, you may talk about it, you put synergies, put everything in place, but if people are not, if people don't have the knowledge and the know-how of doing specific things, they will still be exposed to different hazards. So knowledge is very important, and people need to be empowered so that they will take matters into their own hands. Thank you, Gillian. Oh, there was also Proceeds Banda. You're saying most of us Sheikh champions are not doing all we can to give out information to general employees. Let's empower them with information. I guess it supports the same point that we are raising. We are saying we also need to balance between our role as manager from business perspective and our role as safety champion, saving life. So yeah, as she says.
Okay, I think that's it on this subject. Thank you everyone for attending this session. I guess everyone has learned one or two things, and you are going to take it home and implement it in our organizations, in our companies, and ensure the well-being of all our employees and all our colleagues in terms of economics. So Last month, we launched our first issue of the ESH magazine, the June issue. It was addressing about psychosocial risks in the workplace, and it's available free on our webpage, that is esh.africa. You can check it out or download it, and it contains different posts from different authors and a lot of information that can help you improve the occupational health and safety of your enterprises. And now for the July issue, our theme is on safety during maintenance work, and it will be released on the 25th of July. So everyone will get it, and you will read the articles that are in there. These magazines, they are absolutely free, so you should take note of that. And for our next session, we are going to be having Miss Cecilia Mashigaide from Zimbabwe Consolidated Diamond Company. She will be presenting to us on the topic women in safety. So this session is on the 30th of July. That is Friday, a week after this one. So I hope everyone will join in this session, and take this moment to thank everyone for participating and joining our session. To see you next time. And it's so unfortunate that these meetings we cannot meet physically to take photos, but nevertheless we can use what we have. So at this moment, I would like everyone to turn on their video camera so that we can take a screenshot, a photo, a group photo. I'm waiting for everyone to turn on their camera so that we can take a group photo. Okay. I'm still waiting for others. I guess others are doing their blankets. He's working from home, so they cannot. Okay. Say cheese, everyone. Okay.
Teacher, I was still in. My network is bad.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the session. I think our session is ended now. You can just give everyone 15 minutes to just mingle and share anything before we end the meeting.
Okay, thank you very much, teacher. I hope you have a wonderful day too. And thank you to everyone for joining us today. We hope to see you in the next session. I couldn't turn on my camera. There was some glitch over this side. But I'm happy to have been part of the meeting.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mangu. Yeah, network is really an issue everywhere, but I guess we are sailing through whatever we have. Thank you.